and we really appreciate all your support over the years. And thank you for joining this special live session where we are going to discuss about issues regarding Nigerian politics. There are a lot of talks, permutations, rumors, and a lot of opinion pool regarding the alliance or the proposed merger of Atiku Abubakar, the PDP's presidential candidate in Nigeria's 2023 presidential election, and Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 presidential election. A lot of people are sharing their thoughts regarding a possible merger, alliance, coalition, whatsoever you want to call it. There are a lot of proposals regarding the issue of these two big politicians coming together, Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi, to come together to join forces and challenge President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the All Progressives Congress APC, the current Nigerian president. But there are so many issues at stake right now. A lot of people are wondering who is going to be the vice president. Is Atiku ready to step down for Peter Obi, or Peter Obi is going to be the one that will step down for Atiku and become Atiku's deputy, or Atiku is the one that is going to be Peter Obi's deputy? Wow, is this even possible? Even possible, looking at how things are happening right now in the Nigerian context? Is it possible for Atiku Abubakar to step down for Peter Obi, or is it possible for Peter Obi to step down for Atiku Abubakar? In the past few days, we have seen a lot of news headlines saying that Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi are talking on the ground that, look, Obi has agreed he's going to be Atiku's vice president in the 2027 presidential race. And based on that said agreement, which cannot be verified right now, it is suggested that Peter Obi agreed to be Atiku's deputy with the condition that Atiku will only serve one term. Yes, one term. And then after which, according to that said agreement, Peter Obi, sorry, we had a very little disruption, but I'm sure the connection is restored right now. Sorry about that. And then they are saying that Peter Obi is going to serve after Atiku. He's going to take over. But what do you guys think? Is this even possible? Is Peter Obi supposed to be Atiku's deputy vice presidential running mate in the 2027 election? And are they even capable of taking over power from Bola Ahmed Tinubu? What do you guys think? You can join this conversation on the comment section. But a lot of people can tell you that, look, there is no serious opposition currently in Nigeria that is capable of unseating President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the All Progressives Congress APC. And some of the reasons a lot of people are giving is that, look, Tinubu came very well prepared. He has never contested for the presidency of this country, and for the first time in the history of this nation, someone has contested the presidency of a nation like Nigeria once, and he won. Just one attempt. Think about it. I remember how difficult is it for anyone to contest the presidency of this country and win. How many times did Buhari contested for the presidency of Nigeria? And when did he eventually become the president? It was with the support of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the APC. Remember the merger, you know? Remember the Emilokan story of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and remember how President Muhammadu Buhari struggled in like 2003, 2007, 2011, and then when again, yeah, and then he eventually won in 2015 with the support of President Tinubu. Do you believe that Atiku and Peter are strong enough to unseat Tinubu? Is this possible? From the look of things right now, there are a lot of underground talks happening. This is clear that yes, indeed, something is really happening between Atiku and Peter Obi. And we have been hearing these rumors since the beginning of this year, and attention has shifted toward the 2027 presidential election, with so many Nigerians suggesting that, look, Atiku should even step aside. He should step down from the presidential race since he has tried his luck for so many years without uh, becoming victorious. And a lot of people believe that, look, Peter Obi alone cannot unseat Tinubu. He needs to join forces with Atiku to take over power from the incumbent president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the All Progressives Congress APC. Obi's popularity in terms of getting the right vote, you can see how he defeated President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Lagos, which is his own stronghold when it comes to the issue of politics. Tinubu has been very strong, but then Peter Obi was able to gather a lot of support and vote, and to the extent that he won against Tinubu. He defeated Tinubu in 2023 presidential election in Lagos State. And also Obi has a lot of support in the southeast. This one, there is no doubt about it. And then it is true that a lot of Nigerian youths, especially on the social media, are also clamoring for Peter Obi. Thousands of people are with Peter Obi. So this shows that Atiku really need Peter Obi in the upcoming presidential election. Remember the recent meeting they had in Yola, Adamawa State, during a graduation ceremony for Atiku Abubakar School, American University of Nigeria, AUN. It was reported that they had some talks, but then look, the two leaders came out to say they did not discuss about the issue of 2027 presidential candidacy. It's just that Obi is his political ally and stuff like that. They were denying. But let's talk about the potentials of Atiku. Think about the number of votes, the millions of votes that Atiku was able to get in 2023 presidential election, assuming that the two of them, Atiku and Peter Obi, joined their own votes together. What do you think could have happened? Could Tinubu could have won the election? The answer is no, capital no. If all the votes that Atiku gathered and Peter Obi gathered were joined together, Tinubu couldn't have survived. But let's think about the like of Akabio, the likes of Wike, who are very strong allies of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It is very unlikely for Peter Obi and Atiku to unsettle Bola Ahmed Tinubu because of some factors. One, Bola Tinubu has some strategies that he has applied in the 2023 election, and it worked for him because it was his first time of contesting, of being on any presidential election ballot. But then he was able to win. Just can you imagine how many people like contested once and won? So it means that he came really prepared. And we believe that people like Wike and some of the governors, Nigerian Governors Forum, a lot of them are still with the president and looking at the defections right now that is happening in the country. Defections, a lot of people from the opposition, People's Democratic Party, PDP, and even I've got some other political parties in the country are defecting, including lawmakers defecting to the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC. That tells you that the APC is still relevant because of the influence of the president. We don't know what promises the APC is making to all these people that they are crossing over. But one thing is clear, that Tinubu is still very strong, and for Atiku and Obi to defeat him, it means that they have to do a lot of work. They have to redouble their effort, like 10 times of what they did in the 2023 presidential election. And the issue of incumbency, the power of incumbency may still play out in the 2027 election. Remember, they are not in power. Those that are in power have an upper hand. They have a lot of advantage over those that are not in government. So these are some of the factors to also consider when making any analysis in respect of the 2027 presidential election. But you are free to also be part of this conversation. You can comment, tell us what you think, and who do you think should be whose running mates in the 2027 election. Is Peter Obi or Atiku, either of them, who should be whose vice president in the 2027 presidential election, and what do you think? And what are some of the things you think the two should do to also win the presidency of this country? Let's go back to history. We know that Atiku is one of the most powerful politicians in Nigeria. He has been in the political landscape for a number of years, and he is arguably one of the most powerful vice presidents that Nigeria has ever had. Think about it, and he's still relevant despite uh, being out of government for more than 20 years. Should Peter Obi become Atiku's running mate, or Atiku is the one that should be Peter Obi's running mate? A lot of people will say no, Atiku should not be Peter Obi's running mate because in CV, politically speaking, Atiku outweighs Obi. Atiku is Obi's senior politically, but in votes, a lot of people like Obedience will tell you that, look, Atiku is not that relevant. He should retire from politics and allow Peter Obi to become the flag bearer of any proposed merger that is going to take place, meaning that Atiku should step aside and Peter Obi should be supported. But assuming Atiku support Peter Obi in the 2027 election, it is going to be very interesting race for a lot of people, because many people, those votes that we see online, those support that Peter Obi is getting online will go on to reflect on the ballot, and it's sure not going to be an easy race for President Bola Tinubu and the APC government in the 2027 election if Peter Obi is the one that is giving the presidential ticket and Atiku agrees to be his vice president, presidential running mate. But look, a lot of people will say, wait, are you dreaming? How can Atiku become Peter Obi's running mate? Some will say that it's better for Atiku to even resign from politics, or maybe to be aside to play the godfather role and support Obi with another running mate, maybe probably from the northern Nigeria, so they can uh, have enough votes to defeat the incumbent President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the upcoming 2027 presidential election. And you think about it, which political party will Peter Obi and Atiku contest election under? Are they going to contest under the PDP or the Labour Party? Or are they going to the ADC as is being speculated across media platforms? What about SDP? Are they going to take over SDP and contest under SDP? PDP has a lot of internal crisis. And remember, Yesom Wike, His Excellency, Yesom Wike, the Minister of the FCT, is still in the PDP and he is very powerful. They can't do without Wike. This is a known fact. But would they go to the Labour Party? Labour Party is in a very deep mess right now. Abure faction and Nenadi Usman are also quarreling. A lot of issues here and there within the Labour Party. So, PDP, Labour Party, the answer is no. They may not work under these two opposition parties because of the current crisis. Because they need to revive the political parties or any political party that they are going to run the presidency under, they are going to contest under. They have to make sure that the political party is very strong and the conflict is brought to a barest minimum. You can't say that they are going to address all the crises within the political parties, but then they must be able to at least clear most of the crises, to resolve all the problems, most of the problems, so that they will be able to work with the structure of the political party. But PDP is in deep crisis, which may not be a very good option because remember what happened. Wike single-handedly affected Atiku's chances in 2023 presidential election, and a lot of people attest to that. So PDP may not be Atiku's option. It means that there is going to be a new coalition. But what we actually don't know right now is which political party are they going to contest under its platform. Is it going to be ABGA? Is it going to be SDP? Is it going to be ADP? Is it going to be AA? At its stance, it's just mere speculation. But I can tell you for sure that something different must happen for anybody to unseat President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who has all the governors as he stands right now. Even some of the opposition governors are with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So it's very difficult for the opposition parties to unseat him. Think about it. A lot of homework needs to be done. Peter Obi, Atiku need to put their house in order, and other opposition leaders such as Konkoso and El-Rufai, they must also think about getting the support of some of those senators, House of Representatives members, governors of their regions. They should start from their region. How many governors do you think from the northern part of the country are willing to support any other political party other than the ruling All Progressives Congress APC? I mean, the message is clear. Most of the governors are with her President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as it stands right now. Yes, this is a known fact. Most of them are with him. And then as it stands, the APC controls almost 23 states across the country. So it literally means the governors have power, have control under them. They have more influence. They have power. They can do a lot of influencing. They will persuade people to vote for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They can do whatsoever they want. So that is why I'm telling you that the opposition parties in Nigeria need to do a lot of homework for them to be able to win election. And as it stands right now, it is very unlikely for the oppositions to come together. There are a lot of divisions among them, which is based on everybody's interest. Atiku has his political interest. Peter Obi has his own political interest. Kongoso has his own political interest. Someone like Erufai as well has his own political interest. But it's going to be very challenging and tasking for them to be able to unseat President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the APC. And I challenge everybody to think about how Tinubu became president of this country, and this will lead that person to understand what I am saying, what I'm talking about. It will interest you to know that Tinubu is the first Nigerian president that contested once and won once, the way he did. Yeah. Yes, you can tell me that there were a lot of people that contested for the presidency of this country from 1999, when the democracy returned to Nigeria after the last military coup. Like, there wasn't any strong candidates that was very strong, like Buhari, for example, President Muhammad Buhari of the APC, who handed over power to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But remember his antecedents. He has to do a lot of trial and trial, and he was lucky to associate himself with President Tinubu and have an idea of merger. He won from the north, and then he got support of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and won a lot of states within the southwest, including Lagos. So that was the only chance Buhari had to become Nigeria's president. So it only takes another Buhari, another person that is popular like Buhari, or even more popular than Buhari, to wrestle power from Tinubu. Yeah. You need strong candidate like never before. Because from the way things are happening right now, I can tell you that Tinubu has an upper hand. Yeah, that's it. Tell us what you feel about this. Tell us what you feel about this, and share your thoughts. We are waiting. We are waiting. Just drop a comment if you have any question regarding this political communication between President Tinubu, Peter Obi, Atiku Abubakar, the one that you will be able to talk about. Or if you want to join the conversation and tell us what you feel about what we are discussing regarding the proposed merger between Atiku Abubakar and Labour Party's Peter Obi, you are free to join the live session. It's for everyone. Uh, we are waiting for you guys to be part of this. We are waiting for you to be part of this conversation. Feel free, you can drop your comments. Yeah. The conversation, tell us what you feel. As you know, we are discussing the current political climate in Nigeria. We're discussing potential alliance between Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar. What do you think? Who should be whose deputy? Tell us what you feel. guys, it's already prayer time, so I want to say goodbye and thank you for joining this live session. Please tell us what you feel on the comment section, your advice, your own suggestions, and what you think. Tell us your thoughts. Who should be whose running mate? Is it Atiku that should be Peter Obi's vice president, or is Peter Obi that should be Atiku's vice president in the forthcoming 2027 presidential election? Drop your comments below. Thanks for watching the context.